So in class, we're going to do Bezier practice number 5, which let's do a little look at it. You're going to create a shape like this that is going to be made up of 3 different Bezier curves. All 3 start at 7 or have these 2 endpoints, the 75, 75 and 225, 225. There's a green one that goes like this from those 2 points. There's a blue one that goes like this, and there's a white one that goes like this. So you just have to figure out what the control points are to pull these curves in these directions. So let's take a look. You'll notice, there's a lot of code already written for you. This code is in 3 different functions called upper curve, middle curve, and lower curve right here. So the draw function just gives you a stroke weight and says that there's not going to be a fill color. And then we're going to do the upper curve in blue, the middle curve in green, and the lower curve in white. So what you need to do is you just need to go, don't change these endpoints, 75, 75, and 225, 225. Don't worry about changing this. You just literally need to put the 4 numbers in here for the control points because I've already coded the whole Bezier thing right here. And then you do the same for the middle curve and then do the same for the lower curve. One thing, as you're testing this code, like if you're focusing just on the upper curve, comment out these 2 lines of code, because if you haven't written the code yet, if you haven't, like in the middle curve function here, you'll notice there's some blanks, like there's some missing numbers. Java's not going to like that. So what I recommend is commenting out these 2 while you fill in numbers. I'm going to just practice, let's just, in the upper curve here, I'm just going to put 0, 0, and 300, 0. I know that's not going to be correct, but I'm just putting in random numbers. And then I'm running it. Oops. There's a syntax error because I believe it doesn't like. So we can comment out the whole middle and lower curve by using this /star, and then that goes before the functions you want to comment out, and then after you can do star /. That should solve the problem. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now basically the code that's written right now is the upper curve code. The middle curve and the lower curve are commented out so that we can just try this curve first. Now, if you look at the assignment over here, you'll see that's actually, oh my gosh, that's actually not too bad. You'll have to play around with the numbers to get it exact. But I'm going to move into the next example. So say once you've figured out the upper curve, you can then go in and work inside the middle curve. Again, /star will leave the lower curve for later, and you can uncomment the middle curve right here inside the draw function. And now you can go in here and put in these 4 numbers for the control points for the green curve. And then once you've got that set, then you can go and uncomment the lower curve, which will be the white curve. Okay, I'm going to go into the next program. Well, first, before that, so what happens if you want to create some sort of weird Bezier shape or weird curvy shape, and you want it actually to be filled in? The next example or problems is going to be using a slightly different command. It's called the bezierVertex command that will help you string together vertexes and Bezier vertexes in a custom shape that then can be filled in. You're going to need to know how to do this for your abstract art project. So let's go and look at that one. That one is called creating a custom curved shape that's filled in. So I'm going to explain this example in class, but if you missed class, there's a video, which I'm making right now. So all of this code is written, and you can see when I run it, I actually have a pretty heart shape that I have coded. And the heart shape is made up of 2 Beziers, one on the left here and one on the right. And because it is inside of a begin shape and end shape, this whole shape is considered one entity, and it will be filled in with whatever fill color you want. Like say I want to change this fill color so that it's not white. Let's say I want to do like a red, bluish, purpley, or a pink color or something. That whole shape now gets filled in. Does it make sense? I'm going to change it back to white just to not be distracted by the pink. There we go. Okay, so let me explain how to do a custom shape. Actually, first let me explain. I have a function down here called draw endpoints. This function is going to just draw these black points just for you guys to visualize and see where the endpoints are. They're not needed, and in fact, I could get rid of them. I also have another function for drawing control points. I don't need them really. I can get rid of it. This is what the shape looks like without those points. But I want to show you those points to explain how this code works. So I'm going to put them back in. Okay, so now we're going to go up to begin shape. There's no code you have to write in here. This is just a demo program to show you how it's done. So we're going to begin a shape. And remember, when you begin a shape, you have to start laying down vertexes. So the first vertex you're going to put in here is that starting point. And that is going to be at 150, 100. That's this black point right here. I'm going to start here. And then I'm going to add something called a Bezier vertex. This is slightly different from just the regular Bezier command. In a regular Bezier command, you have 8 numbers inside of it, or 4 points. The end point, the first endpoint, then 2 control points, then the last endpoint. Bezier vertex does it a little differently. Bezier vertex only takes six numbers inside of it, which is 3 points, because it's going to use this vertex that you lay down first as the starting point. And then you're just going to put in control point 1, then you put in control point 2, and then you put in the end point of the Bezier curve. So what these 2 lines of code do is it's kind of representing a Bezier, a full Bezier with a starting point, 2 control points, and an end point. So what I've done here, this is my starting point here. I'm going in counterclockwise order. I could have easily gone in clockwise order. I don't know why I did counterclockwise. So I started here at 150, 100. Then my next control point comes up to 25, 0. Then I go down here to 50, 175. And then I end down here at the bottom of the heart shape. So those 4 points right there are the left side of the heart. Then I'm going into the next Bezier vertex command. This one also will only take 3 points because it's going to build off of this point right here. It's going to build off the end point from the last Bezier vertex, which is at 150, 250. You don't have to type that again. So all you have to do is put in the next control point, which is going to be here. And then the next control point, which is up at the top at 275, 0. And then finally, you've got to put in the end where you're ending this curve. So you're starting here, you're going up, 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 and then you're ending back down at this little middle part of the heart. And that's all you need to do to create a custom curvy shape. So this is an example. I'm going to have one more problem where I want you to create your own custom shape, but I haven't filmed a video for that. I haven't created that problem, and I am not going to put that in this video. This video just explains it. If I need to make another video, I will make another video for the next practice problem.